Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys? It is Bob from One Stop Mouse. It's not Christy. Christy's going to be here in 1 second. I am very, very happy to be back. Bob is back. Holy beep. Shut the front door. Anyway, yes. Let me just say before we get started, no, I did not have COVID. I was gone for like 2 weeks, wasn't on other people's streams and everything. No, N-O. I did not have COVID. I hope not to have COVID, but I have not had COVID. I was sick. One of these weird things happened where all of a sudden I'm sitting in an easy chair watching TV and things are getting all weird. And I literally had to call an ambulance and go to the hospital. And they found a couple of odd things, but things seem to be in control now. I'm still doing tests and everything, but I'm okay. That's what I wanted to tell you. I am okay. So thank you for all your well wishes and inquiries, and thanks a lot. Anyway, enough with that. Tonight, wait a second. Hold on. Why do pretend drums when you can do real children's xylophones? Tonight, here on One Stop Mouse, we have Christy from Christy's Corner. If you have seen her Instagram account, she has very dramatic, very interesting makeup and poses, and she's kind of she's into everything. Extreme sports from Nashville, all kinds of great stuff. We're gonna have a great conversation with her. And let me say hi to the stream really, really quick, because, you know, I'll forget about that later, as anyone who knows me will tell you. Disinfinity, hey, Daniel, just got a message from your dad. Tell him I'm going to get back to him right away. Let me get my camera to focus on my face. Thank you, camera. Carla and Kiko, hello. Thank you so much for joining us. Bloom and Cheese, yes, what's going on? Katrina, 10 minutes. Katrina, the captivating Katrina is what I call her. Actually, Mar from Memphis called her that first, and now I'm copying her. Are you stalking Katrina, Daniel? What's the deal with that? Bloom and Cheese. Hello, One Stop Mouse. What the heck are you doing here? Hey, Bob, what's going on? You're at the hospital. I'm so glad to see it. Oh, Growl Guy. Hey, how are you, Growl Guy? Nice to have you in here. Thank you for joining the stream. What about Bob? We miss you. Yes. Hey, I'm here. You don't have to miss me anymore. Daniel. Yeah, yesterday I recorded. I haven't posted. Still in the editing stage. Making the lobster nachos from Lamplight Lounge, Seattle. Found. Wow, really good. Awesome. Didn't have that. Yeah, thanks so much. No, didn't. Thank you, Carla and Kiko. I appreciate it. Krista Knoxville, what's going on? I can hear your husband in the background right now. Hey, Bob. Oh, okay. So Krista Knoxville's husband has made, they've got artwork of my face on this t-shirt, and it says, hi, Bob. Awesome. Surf Bum, hello. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your well wishes, guys. I'm back and I'm better. Hey, okay. All right, good. So anyway, I'm looking to see. No, it's not. I'll tell you about this in a minute. Okay, so Christy probably can hear me, but right now she can't, because I can see her smiling. I'm watching her off stage. she's trying to buy a pair of ears, and I told her I'd give her a few minutes to do so. And I don't want to rattle her shopping now, but I'm watching her right now, and I'm looking over the arm of this microphone. So she's doing some high stakes shopping. So everyone in the chat, cheer her on, and root for her to get. I don't know. I guess maybe I don't know how many of these items there are. Oh no! What is she doing? Is she waving? Do you want to come on now? Okay.
I didn't get them. There were only 10 of them, and I didn't get them.
Oh no! Are you serious?
Yeah, I kept on it. Called down. I had to remember my password. I couldn't remember it, so then I had to go look for it, and then.
Oh no! Dang!
So
I'm sorry about that. Uh-oh. Candy Mom, how are you? She's always shopping. Well, shopping is kind of fun, man. In this household, we have Amazon boxes in front of our door like every single day. My wife is just crazy about getting stuff from Amazon. So some of it
were these ears.
What were they?
I'll show you the ears.
Oh, cool. I'm supposed to ask you how many leggings you have.
Over 100. Those ears, I wanted them so bad.
Oh, those are pretty. Wow, yeah. Look at those. And who? Where were those coming from? Who makes those?
Magic Mountain ears.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Nathan Rita, hey, welcome to the stream. Disney Baker said, oh, the Disney Baker, there he is. Hey, the Disney Baker, what's going on? So, there we go. Let me welcome Christy from Christy's Corner to episode 22 of my little interview series called Mouse Tales, which I've been gone for 2 full weeks. So you guys might have just forgotten. Yes, it's 1,000 years in YouTube time. So you might have forgotten all about that. But I haven't seen Christy since I was together with her on a Spillin' the Tea thing with Kelly from the Mickey Bunch. And I've been on the Mickey Bunch a whole lot, like almost every other brunch with the bunch since then. It seems like forever ago, but I don't know when that was, 6 months ago or something like that. 5 months ago. Yeah. And Kelly was making a lot of jokes about the fact that I've been married a few times, and between her and Pete, the numbers keep going up. Like, it's 4, but they're like saying 362 now. And between Kelly laughing hysterically and all of that, Christy had a hard time getting a word in edgewise, but I was supposed to be like kind of in the hot seat while these women kind of were like going to pile on me. And I was just not having it. I really didn't. I didn't let go too much info. And I thought I was a very revealing person. But I got off the stream and I looked at my wife and I said, I didn't tell him anything. I was not a good sport. I was terrible. So I didn't get a chance to really meet Christy. The most I know is from watching her channel. And I see her in the Spillin' the Tea with Cinderella and some of those other people. So I guess it's Perfectly Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and they're both there. And I haven't had Perfectly Cat here. I've had Cinderella on here. I think maybe about a month and a half ago or something like that. She's just too cute. She is too cute. So, anyway, so I know I just watched a little bit ago. That's specifically why I told you I'm not like Pete. So this is on the down low. This is like one of those late night talk shows where it's like 2 people sitting at a table. It's just 2 people. And I was watching it, and it's like, does he like have you? Does he have you like do a questionnaire, or does he call you up ahead of time and like ask you questions so he has all this information? He must.
Not really. Like, he asks specific things like, where are you from? But nothing like nothing intrusive whatsoever. He'll ask you to send him all of your social medias. He does all the research himself.
There you go. Okay. It's interesting. I mean, usually what I do is I do this like paint by numbers thing with different screens behind me, and I'll kind of nudge people and they'll open up. Like I told you that all of a sudden Disney Dan's a Latin teacher. I'm like, who figured? Right. But Pete's like, he gets on and he's like, well, so she likes this and she likes this. It sounded like that old dating game or something like that.
He does all the
Christy
research.
loves collabs, Nashville, building her channel organically, unboxings, reviews. And I was like, I'm not going to tell her who she is. Listen, Pete. Oh, he's going to grill me for that. I just got 10 more wives just right there. So
yeah, he didn't ask intrusive questions. He does pretty much all the research himself. You just give him your social medias and he's all over it. And like when he does those recognitions and he's like, oh, this person reached 900. I don't know if people are sending them to him, but I don't send mine to him. He finds them. I'm like, he finds them.
No, I'm just joking. He is. If you guys have not checked, there are 2 channels that you guys have got to check out. Who are big, huge supporters of the YouTube community. One is Pete McDevitt, who comes up. He's got this wacky show that we all just love, and he's so supportive of the YouTube community. And he's created this award system, which has made us feel so good and everything. And then there's another one that I'm trying to help out. If you look down at the crawl underneath, it's called The Live Place. And The Live Place is this one-stop online location for family-friendly live streams. And this guy, Dean Rice, who does this, doesn't get any kind of compensation or anything out of this. And right now, actually, if you went to The Live Place and you looked and you saw these other streams and stuff, this stream would be there. And for little people like me who, I've only got, I'm like a couple away from 500 subscribers. That's how people kind of find me sometimes. It's like, oh, look, who's this guy? What's with the hat? And they'll come and check us out. So please check out Pete McDevitt and The Live Place. But back to, and you'll see, this is how I do it. I do a paint by numbers, screen by screen. So I know you're from Nashville, and that's part of my sort of neck of the woods. I was just telling you, I lived there for several years and had a whole different life there. But before we jump into what's going on with your channel and where it's going and stuff like that, tell us within reasonable boundaries, because we really shouldn't tell everything about yourself online. Tell us a little about yourself.
First, Katrina just said you're 6 away from 600.
Oh, thank you so much. Katrina would know. See, Katrina tells me when I need to go to the bathroom. She knows everything about me.
So
she really does. She really does. And Candy Mom literally helps me navigate when I'm streaming through the parks. Bob, go left. You're about to hit that guy at night. Oh, it's just...
I was live streaming in Epcot, and I think it was 2018. Mm-hmm. It might have been, yeah. And Bob from Bob and Ashley was in my chat, and we were in the Germany pavilion, and he was like, "Go in there and get the popcorn." And I tried to go in the wrong door. He's like, "Wrong door," and I tried another door. He's wrong door. I was like, "Okay, which door is it?"
So,
about me. Sorry. Tangent.
About you. No, all right. It's all right. I just like to talk. I have like 4 or 5 general streams, and it's just whatever you want to say. But I'm so excited to be back after like 2 weeks. It felt like 2 years. So
when you take a break, it does feel long, even if it's just 2 weeks. It really does.
Everybody's like, "Where are you? Are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm sick. Leave me alone."
So about my channel or about me or a little bit
about you. Tell us about you, like we were doing right before we got on. All right. You live in Nashville.
I live south of Nashville.
South of Nashville, right.
I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee. And I moved here for college and graduated and worked for a pharmaceutical company. Cool. And I'm an analyst. I like to play in spreadsheets a lot, which if people know me pretty well, they know that I'm definitely a spreadsheet person.
That's cool.
I have two
Do you make
kids.
spreadsheets of everything then, or?
Pretty much. I do try to do most of it on my phone. If I'm
Really?
in case I'm mobile. So I have spreadsheets on my computer, and then I have like notepads on my phone.
Oh, Kelly from the Mickey Bunch is here. Hello, Kelly. How are you? Good evening. Nice to see you.
Hey.
I still have energy after I was on brunch with the bunch this morning, which is amazing because I have not had any lately. Oh, your friend is here. Cinderella Loves Disney. Hi, what's going on? Playdates and Disney. Christy,
You tried. She tried to. They're sold out. They only made 10. I was like, I was there, but then I had issues with my PayPal.
I used to actually live in Maryville, and I know you know where that is. So yeah, that was unbelievably beautiful place.
Thank you, Magic Wishing Star.
Oh, Disinfinity. So that's interesting that you've got that analytical part of you, because when you look at your Instagram account, which how many people do you have on the Instagram account? I know Pete would know, but I don't know. It's like thousands of people.
I think it's
trillions.
Like 1,200 maybe.
1,200.
Yeah.
You know, every day I'll see these very dramatic makeup sort of poses from you. And so obviously you get this idea that you're real artsy fartsy. But at the same time, you've got this other analytical brain.
It's trained
brain. Say what?
The analytical brain is a trained one.
Oh, got it.
I had to train myself to be analytical. I am actually more artsy. Through college, I did modeling and acting and photography, and I've actually photographed a couple of people's weddings.
Oh, how did you like that? That's interesting to do, isn't it?
Wedding photography is not my thing. I do not really want to do it. I like more like landscapes. I like to photograph landscapes. And I got into photography at the same time that I got into modeling. So it kind of just played hand in hand. It was kind of like I was in front of the camera, and I would ask them questions about the camera, and they're like, well, hey, why don't you come look? So it was kind of like both at the same time, but I like to photograph landscapes more than I do people.
Right.
So that's why you see a lot of landscape pictures from me. Nice. But I paint too, and my sister paints, and I make ears, and half the decor in my house is something I made. And
then I guess you like camping, I heard.
Right? Yes. We do camp.
Where do you usually go? I mean, I was trying to remember when I was doing what I told you I was doing in Nashville. I never, even though I'm really into the outdoors and I've hiked a lot and everything, I never went camping. I think I went to Natchez Trace or something like that once. But
my favorite place is Fall Creek Falls. And it's funny because those campsites are pretty small. And I found a really, really good deal once on a 12-man tent, and there's 4 of us.
Oh my God.
12-man tent. And it barely fits in any of those campsites. And every time we put it up, it's a pop-up one. So it doesn't take too much to get it up. But every time we put it up, he's like, oh my gosh, why do we have this huge tent? And there's just 4 of us.
Oh my God. I think I went on a Disney trip to Fort Wilderness and didn't have a big sort of a cabin family tent. And I just got the largest one that they had at Walmart. And then we went, and it didn't fit on the area that they had. And it even had like an extension onto the tent that was a dog house for like dogs to come in. No, I was like, is this an Indian lodge, or I don't know what. So, wow. So you have this trained analytical side, and this artsy side that's really obvious. I guess, how old is your before I get into that, what got you into YouTube? How did you go from being, Christy, and all of a sudden you're like, how are you in Disney YouTube land?
So when we were planning our first trip to Disney in 2017, my husband was actually looking up different resorts on YouTube,
Right.
and different resorts, like walkthroughs and room tours and stuff. And we watched several of them. He watched several before I watched any, and he was like, okay, so I looked at all these different types. They've got 3 different tiers, and between the 3 tiers, I think a deluxe is too much and a value won't fit us. So he showed me all the moderate ones and said, pick which one you want to do. And so we picked, and after I watched that, I just kind of got sucked into the rabbit hole of Disney YouTube. And then we went. And I recorded a little bit there, but more just like vlog style, where I wasn't really talking or anything, just doing like landscape and stuff. And when I got back, I was like, I've got these videos. I wanted to put them on YouTube. So in December 24th, 5th, or 6th, Alicia would know because she knows what day I started for some reason. I started my channel. And my first video was my review of, I think my first video was my review of Coronado Springs, is where we stayed. Pretty sure it was my first video.
So your first video was Coronado Springs, which was the first resort that you stayed in.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. And then, when I'm looking at your channel, I basically am seeing lots of reviews, unboxings, do-it-yourself stuff, and I know that you like makeup and clothing, and keto. I guess you have a passion for. But how did it? Your first video was of a resort. How did it go from there to sort of what you're doing right now? What was that evolution?
Well, when I first created my channel, I called it Christy's Commentary.
Right.
And I initially wanted to just do like reviews.
Right.
But when you're here in Tennessee, you don't really have a whole lot of reviews, but I never wanted it to be fully Disney because I'm not there. Right. And I knew that it could get costly, and believe me, it's costly, even with not doing it all. So I just kind of started doing other things here and there. I have like a whole month where I uploaded nothing but videos from my vacation in South Carolina. Right. So I just kind of started doing different things. I decided I wanted to get some subscription boxes. So I did that. And then I realized that I didn't really need Disney subscription boxes because I'm not like a consumer of trinkets, if you will. I mean, like I do Jim Shore's and I do ears, but I'm not like a trinket person. Like I don't have a bunch of keychains and things like that, which you get in subscription boxes. So it morphed into subscription boxes that were consumable products like clothing, bathroom stuff like makeup, bath candles, things like that. And that's pretty much how it morphed into that. And then there's kind of 2 things that triggered the keto thing. And the first thing was we went skydiving for, I don't remember what it was for. It was a significant event. We went skydiving and it cost me $50 extra to go skydiving because of my weight. And like I said, I used to model. So I was like 110 pounds. And then I had my daughter and I got up to 211 pounds.
Wow, that's a big swing.
It's a big swing for such a small body frame.
Yeah.
In reality, it's not really that big of a difference. 110 pounds is unhealthy. But for my body frame, 211 pounds was also unhealthy.
Right.
So that kind of just knowing that and how like traumatized I was to know I had to pay extra just to go skydiving. And I wasn't that far away from being maxed out to go in skydiving because there's a weight limit. Right. I was kind of like, I really need to do something about this. And I tried, first I tried like eating all organically and like acai berry smoothies, like dark fruit smoothies, and nothing was working. And then this guy at work got his doctor suggested him and his wife go on keto. And I saw within a month, he dropped like 40 pounds.
Really?
I was like, oh my gosh,
Wow.
what are you doing? And he told me, he like educated me really well on it. And I kind of started, I didn't just like kickstart right into it. I kind of like eased into it. I was like, okay, I'm going to try this for like a day or so. And I was like, I don't know if I like it. And then I got a really, really nasty comment on one of my
Oh, no.
videos telling me that they would subscribe to me if I wasn't such a fat cow. And I'm like, are you serious? I deleted the comment and blocked the person, but that kind of just kickstarted it more
Yeah,
so where I
I
was
bet.
heavily into keto and I lost 70 pounds. I've
So
been
you got angry and dove into keto.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm educated myself on it beforehand, so I'm really
Oh,
educated about it. And
yeah,
my lost pound, been on maintenance for over a year now, but I kickstarted back because I have about 30 more pounds that I want to lose.
yeah,
I kickstart back into it like a week or so ago,
yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
Um, Even though I never went off, I was in the maintenance phase, and it's where I intake no more than 50 carbs a day. Now I'm
Right.
doing 15. So, yeah, I mean, that's how it kind of evolved here. And obviously, like um, one of the things that also kicked me into like the fitness part of it is the whole weight thing. I started
Yeah,
doing 5Ks, and
right.
that's what got my son interested into doing them. And now he's on the cross country team for school.
Did
And
you do Disney marathons by any
I've done
chance?
the virtual ones. I haven't
Oh,
done them
okay, cool.
there. I had intended to this
Right.
year. We were going to come in
Yeah,
February,
yeah, yeah.
and obviously everything happened. And then we couldn't pass up saving $2,600 to move our trip up to October from February.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
took it.
No. Well, I'm very interested in keto myself, actually. My wife is doing that, and she's trying to talk me into it because I'm diabetic, and
Mm-hmm.
she's trying to get me to research because she thinks, the whole thing with less carbs and everything would
Yeah.
be good for me. So,
And another phrase for it is called a diabetic diet. The difference though is
really,
that, the difference is that if you're not diabetic,
right,
you don't eat sugar at
right,
all.
right.
Whereas if you are, you actually have to eat sugar every now and then to balance out.
To,
And when you're taking your insulin levels and things like
yeah,
that. Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
Sorry, my pharmaceutical background kicked in.
No, no, that's good. That's good. Tell me when we're done. I want to know everything I can. What is this? Hold on. Everyone does keto. I'm scared to give up my carbs and Pepsi and coffee with sugar. Hey, we don't want to inconvenience you.
So I do coffee a couple of different ways. There are almost everywhere you go now has an option that is keto or keto friendly, including Starbucks, um, including Dunkin' Donuts. I found that out the other day.
What?
They have
Dunkin'
one.
Donuts?
Yeah, they have one breakfast item that is keto friendly. It's like a bacon thing.
What the?
I know. But what I do with my coffee, it depends on how hardcore keto I am at the
Uh-huh.
time.
Yeah.
If I am like strict hard keto, I use ghee, which is like a form of butter, as my sweetener. And if I'm not, then I just use heavy cream instead of milk and sugar. And you can use artificial sweetener like stevia or
Yeah.
Splenda, but you don't want to put like 5 packets in there. Do 1, maybe 2.
Right. Interesting. Wow. All right. And so you started with resorts, and then I guess that's the thing that you seem to not beat around the bush when you're talking about stuff. You
I
just
don't.
you don't,
I'm very,
which is great, because like I don't either, and like I think Katrina's practically swallowed her gum, because it's like, I can't believe Bob said that. But it's like, what did I say to you? I said something, I'm not going to say it again, but it was, all the stuff that's going on in the world today. But somebody like asked me a question about something, and I literally said, look, I got a tiny channel. I don't make a dime. I might as well tell you what I feel, because I'm running the show. So there you go. And
well, the other thing is if you're not authentic, you're first
right.
that. And that's a thing, because I mean, hate to say it, but I can tell when someone's not being authentic on their videos.
Yeah.
It's hard not to be authentic on live stream, but in your videos, you can definitely tell. And one thing is like, you can usually tell, like if you're watching my videos, if I've recorded several in a row, then if you can like pinpoint which one's the first one I recorded for that day, because I'm wearing the same outfit, my ears switch. You can see that. You can see that in the first video, I'm very much introverted and I'm not talking as much, and the video is much shorter. And the further it goes on, the more I talk. And because I'm actually an introvert, and I'm completely awkward in person. So, yeah, and you can tell in my videos too, because one video I'll just be totally, so, hey guys, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. Oh, this video is only 4 minutes long. And then like 3 videos later, I'm like talking for 20 minutes. I'm like, is that the same person? It's me warming up.
Yeah, well, the thing with me is I was never so aware of the fact that until I look back at my videos, that I use the word so many times. And somebody, you said something about, somebody said, I'd watch your videos if you weren't a whatever. Somebody got on me and said, you said 44 times in the last video that I watched, and I like the content, but I just can't stand you. And it's like, and so ever since then, I've been trying to figure out, I've been watching all these videos, what to say in your head. I joined, what's it called? Speech Masters or something. And they're supposed to, and see,
my word is so, and I edit it out. I'm like, okay, I got to edit out this so. So every now and then, if I don't get the edit perfect, you'll hear, before it goes on to something else. And I'm like, what are they she saying?
If you ever watch any of my videos and they don't seem authentic, because there's like 40,000 cuts, when I'm just cutting out the ums.
Yeah,
that's all. It's just like, I don't want to kill you. See, now you're gonna know. All right, Katrina, start counting. How many ums do I say from here until the end of the stream? I bet it's like, I bet it's a lot.
The other thing that I do is, like, I know some people will sit there and they'll stop the video and then restart it and re-record or whatever. I'll sit there and I'll be like, what was I saying? And I'll either cut it out or I'll use it at the beginning as just something funny. If I like it enough, I'll put it at the beginning of my video as just like an excerpt of it. But yeah, I mean, I'll just keep rolling. Even if I get tongue tied, I'll be like, blah, blah, blah.
It'd be great if I had they have like that teleprompter app, but I can't have it on my phone like 4 feet away as I'm recording stuff. I would need like a big screen TV monitor, with my little teleprompter thing there. But I think I would seem very stiff, because I'm one of those kind of guys that kind of like right now. We're all over the place. So, anyway, I don't even know how we got into that.
And my hair gets in my face a lot, and I'll have to stop in the middle of my video and go like this. And sometimes I'll just leave it in. I'll be like,
oh my God. Okay. All right. So you started out with a resort video, and then you basically sort of telling it like it is, just sort of, obviously you just dove into your life. I'm going through this stuff with keto. How did you get into extreme sports, by the way? Was that part of the whole fitness, I want to lose weight thing, or?
No, that was before, because like I said, I was 110 pounds before I gained the weight.
Okay.
That's also when I did modeling. It's also when I was in the Air Force.
Oh, so you were an Air Force model, skinny, and then that's when you were, what kind of extreme sports did you do?
Snowboarding, rock climbing,
really?
Falling. Mm-hmm.
Wow, how cool.
It's so funny. I went snowboarding while I was bigger. I hadn't been in a couple of years because I had a baby, and I went with my sister and her boyfriend at the time, and they just ran circles around me. I went down the slope once. I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I could probably go back now, but my snowboarding gear, I had to buy new snowboarding gear because it was too small, and now it's too big. So I'll have to buy more when I go back.
Oh, Wow, that's very cool. That's very cool. Okay, so let me go to the next yellow brick road. I call these my Bob's multicolored. Okay, so if I was talking to if I was talking to somebody that didn't know anything about Disney YouTube or YouTube in general, if I had a talking dog, I've got my beagle right next to me.
You would be rich.
I think he can talk or at least understand English. They have a dog on YouTube that's a big sensation now, where he can like push buttons and it has like a voice control. You know, I want food now. Yeah. So if he could tell me, you know, or say to me, you know, what's Christy's channel like? What kind of shows does she have? What's it sort of about? As of like today, what's your programming like? What's your channel like?
Well, Mondays and Fridays, I release a new video.
Right.
And then every other day right now is shorts.
Right.
And I changed my scheduling from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. because all my research shows that at 2 p.m. my time, which is 3 p.m. your time, all my research shows that the best time to post is between 2 and 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I did switch my schedule, my timing schedule. Today I did post an actual video, but I started a giveaway with my friend Sammy.
Right.
And I do live streams on Thursday nights that are makeup. So makeup is complete. Thursday is complete makeup. And then Friday is the Spilling the Disney Tea. I'm every third Friday.
Right. And who's usually on that? It's you and...
It's me, Kat.
Right.
Allie.
Perfectly
Lena,
Kat. Allie Loves Disney. And who else?
Lena and perfectly Sammy.
Right.
Sammy. Just Give Me Things, the Hall Family Adventures, Cinder, Allie Loves Disney, and Perfectly Kat.
Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah. And I've caught that several times. You guys are funny. And the last time I caught that, Christy was wearing the YouTube ears, which check out those ears. Are those cool or what? And when I mentioned them to her before we got on, she put those on.
Yeah.
I like the other ones too, but I just think the YouTube ears are cool. Look at that.
I do love these ears. They're actually my favorite pair of ears, and they were completely free to me.
I heard you talk about them on Spilling the Tea, but tell me again, where did you get those?
So I have an ear person that always does custom ears for me. When I reach out to her, she's in California, and I had her do my Ravenclaw ears, my Harry Potter ears. I've talked to her a bit about doing my channel ears, but the last pair of ears that I had her make for me, she just sent these with it. And they're the only pair. She hasn't made any more. So I'm just like, I struck gold. I got these YouTube ears. They're my favorite. I paid $50 for the Ravenclaw ear, but I got these free and they're my favorite.
That's cool. So I also see that you do a lot of, not just with YouTube channels, with people all over the place, collaborations, which is so cool. So tell me about some of these collabs that you do.
So I haven't done as many as I used to do because like all the stuff going on in the world.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I do, because I'm heavily Instagram and heavily YouTube, I have some collabs coming out with some Instagrammers. They're solely Instagrammers. And I just really like collabing. To me is a way just to get to know people and to build each other's network, because there's definitely people that know me that don't know the other person, and vice versa. So, and I always reach out to people that I've been watching for a while. One that I'm really excited about later this month is Kate. I think her last name said Juno. She's an Instagrammer, and I've been following her for well over a year. Right. Commenting on her stories, commenting on her feeds, her like feed that she has on her Instagram, and she always comments back. She's super, super sweet. I love her to death. And I was just so excited I was like, I really want you on the show. Would you like to come on? And she's coming on Smelling the Disney Tea Castle chat in later this month. And I'm really excited to have her on because she is just the sweetest person ever. And she is I call her an Instagram influencer, and lives there in Orlando and does a lot of fashion with Lily Pulitzer and Vera Bradley. And we have a lot in common in that respect. We both like those types of things. So
interesting. And then I've picked up a bunch of things that I don't always hear from other people that I always say, especially when I'm not on the air. But I heard you say on Pete's channel that something that I've heard from Carlos off to the side from Disney World Freak, and from Pete when he's been talking to me on the phone, about how they really prefer channels to grow organically. And that's really, they've got some people, there are a whole bunch of people, I'm not going to name them, call them out because they haven't said it on YouTube, but they've said it to me like over dinner at the Edison or something. You know, they really feel strongly about channels growing organically. And so what does that mean to you, and why was that important for you to say that? Because it's important to me too. I'm just bringing it up, you know. I never have said that.
Is by communicating with it's a little bit like, okay, so I've been doing YouTube for over 3 years now.
Right.
There are people that have been doing it for like 6 months that have 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, I know.
They may or may not have done it organically. That's completely, like, I'm not one to judge. I'm not going to judge them. That's not my thing. For me, organic means I'm not going to be fake to get the views, because at some point it's going to come out that that's not me.
Right.
So I've always been 100% myself through and through, all through the 3 years I've been doing it. Has my confidence gotten higher? For sure. I've lost weight. I've gotten more vocal. I can communicate better here, but it's still organic. It's still, I'm not going to sit here and say I love something that I purchased just to get the views and to get subscribers. I guess a good example of that is people that get subscription boxes and say, this is the best box ever, and it's really not. Like, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of whatever box I'm buying, and I have. I'm not going to sub for sub. I'm not going to say, hey, I'll sub to you if you sub to me. I'm going to be like, if somebody says, hey, I checked out your channel, I'm following you, I'm like, oh, that's great. And I'll go check out their channel.
Right.
I'll watch a couple of their videos, probably closer to about 10 videos before I decide if I want to subscribe to them or not. I don't just sub for sub. I don't think that's cool. I don't think it's cool to, for people to say, go sub to them. I'm cool with people saying, go check them out. I do that. I share my friends' profiles all the time. I'm like, go check this person out. If you like them, stick around, is what I say. I don't ever say, go sub to them, because that's not organic. And you're not going to keep them anyway. The things like that, it's like, they may sub to you and then they quit watching, then YouTube knocks them off.
Yeah.
That to me is what's not organic. Organic is, and then communicating with people. It may take me a little while to get to people's comments, and it usually takes me anywhere from 4 to 8 days to respond to comments, but I still interact with them. And that's also important to me. And I just, and also, like, when you do collaborations with people, like, if you've invited them into the collab, yes, I think it's important for you to be subscribed to them. If you've been invited to a collab and there's people in that collab that you don't know, it's your duty to go check their channel out. It's not your duty to subscribe to them, but it is your duty to go check their channel out, because you are in a collaboration with them. Well,
I mean, my channel is 2 years old. and I'm a few short of 600 subscribers. And it's because sometimes I've really applied myself, and other times I've had free time on my hands, because of the pandemic and stuff like that. So, and this, I'm so ignorant of sub for sub stuff, and people can actually have 10,000 subscribers like that. I'm like, how is that possible? And people are like, Bob.
Well, there's a couple of ways that people can get that high of subscribers so quickly. One is you could have a video go viral, and that's kind of like you posted it at the right time, you got the right tags in it, your thumbnail looks fantastic, all that in one package. If you have a video go viral, that definitely happens. And that is considered organic because you didn't push, you didn't do anything to get. Another way is some people purchase subscribers. But when people purchase subscribers, if they go to get monetized, they won't get monetized. Another way is the sub for sub. And I'll be the first to admit, when I first started YouTube, I was stupid about that too. And I actually came across somebody's live stream, and I went into it, and it was just this girl just talking up, hey, everybody go check out everybody. She never said the word sub, but I was like looking at the chat, and the chat just had these weird emojis all through there. And finally I was just asked, what are these emojis? And then somebody said, oh, that's if somebody puts that emoji in there and says your name, that means they sub to you and you have to go sub back. I was like, why would I do that?
Oh, it's like secret. It's like undercover sub for sub.
And I was like, I'm not into that. And
well, when people say that, I'll sub to you if you sub to me. I'll go and I'll look. I'll go, oh, well, I just say, oh, I'll check out your channel. That's all I do. And then I'll go, and if they want to sub to me right away, fine. But I'll go and I'll check out somebody's channel, and if I like it, I look at. I have this rule of 3. If I can look at least a good chunk of 3 videos, then I'll subscribe to it. But otherwise, I'll just be like, anyway.
Yeah, I definitely I never tell anyone sub for sub. I never tell, but if I feel like somebody has good content, or if they're my friend in general, I'm going to be like, hey, go check them out. If you like them, stick around. But and for me, if anyone puts a comment that says, hey, I like your channel, come check out mine. I'll go check out yours. But if you say, I just sub to you, come sub to me, I'm not even giving you the light of day. You need to build a conversation. You need to say, hey, I like this video. Please.
There's sort of an etiquette with that. And I didn't even realize it. It's very interesting. Anyway, if you have not checked out Christy's Corner, talking about that, why don't you consider going over to her channel and checking it out? I always say that with I don't know what I said the other day, and Katrina was like, Bob, I was like, I said, hey, subscribe to me if you want. If not, you don't have to come back ever. I was like, I didn't think it was a big deal, but really, go check out Christy's Corner. And if you like these shenanigans going on here with this weirdo with the hat on, you could subscribe here too if you feel like it. I don't want to push you, so I think that your channel is very unique. I think that you're very unique. But in your words, do you think your channel is unique? And if so, how so?
I think that it's unique because it has so many different pieces to it. And that's probably the thing that hurts me the most is because any kind of research you'll do is they say you need to get a niche and you need to be in that niche and stick to it. And I'm like, well, that's not me, and I'll get bored with it. So why am I going to do that? And that's the other part that's organic with it is like, if I just stick to one thing and I like all these other things, then that's not me. So the uniqueness is very much just the fact that I pretty much put everything I love on there. The only thing I quit putting on there because it was getting horrible reviews. Like, it wasn't getting horrible reviews. It just didn't get many, is my dog unboxings. So I just quit putting those on there. It's not a big deal anyway.
Well, what was so bad about the dog unboxings?
Well, no one had said anything bad. The numbers
They
were
just
not
didn't.
good at all.
Well, I never understand that because, like, if I go to the Magic Kingdom and stream right now, tomorrow, it's because it's circumstances. People are kind of afraid, some of them, to come to the park and the pandemic and everything, or they can't fly because of restrictions. I'll get some subscribers and a bunch of views. But when I did Vlogmas, I worked super hard on doing like this great like mini films and everything, and nobody watches them. So I'm like, the best stuff I've done, nobody's ever seen. So
I know, like, okay, I have two parade shorts out there. They're almost the exact same. One has 12 views and one has almost 68,000 views.
Okay. So how are they different? What do you surmise on that?
I use all the same hashtags. Even the description is the same. I don't know.
Is the first frame or the thumbnail or whatever it starts out with different? Does it look different?
Yeah. The first image is, one of them is like Cinderella's little thing, and the other one I think had the front of Tiana or something. I don't know.
So which is the one that's getting the huge amount of views?
The Cinderella one. Is
it Cinderella thing? Is that her coach?
Yeah, no, not the coach. The thing she's in on the cavalcade.
Oh, like, so Cinderella versus Tiana. Is it maybe the angle or something like that? Interesting.
Interesting. I don't know how. And it's so funny because one of my videos, my short today was a TikTok short with my dog in it. And within the first 5 minutes, it had 12 likes, or not 12 likes, 12 views. It's like, oh.
I should do a poll right now and ask anybody if they will be doing Vlogmas for 2021. I'm not sure, unless I really have the time to pre-record the videos ahead of time and then just drop them as the time goes by. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. It completely consumed me. It's like, where did that month go?
I didn't do Vlogmas in 2020. I did it in 2019, but I didn't do it in 2020. And that's like, the 2019 kicked off all the freaking collabs because I had a rough year that year. My dad died, my grandfather died, and my grandmother died. And when my dad died in July, I was just like, I got to do something. I can't think about this. I just can't think about it. And I literally set up all of Vlogmas and did a collab every single day. And I was like, yeah, I can't do this again. But it was my way of compartmentalizing. It was my way of dealing with the death.
That's interesting. That's interesting. Therapy. That's actually why that's how I became a filmmaker a long time ago. I did in film school. I did a film based on the character of my grandfather, who was like my best friend, who had just passed away. And the people in the film school basically said, before you got too many cooks in the kitchen with your career later on, do something really personal that you really feel right now. And so I do a lot of videos that are the strangest. That I did one of the Vlogmas things was about, it was like dedicated to my dad, my hero, my Christmas time hero, who dressed up as Santa Claus and came and personalized it. Like, we were so special that Santa would make this special stop on Christmas Eve and come see us in this whole big tradition. That's interesting. But what you were talking about, maybe it's a problem because you're so unique and it's sort of spread and you're not in that. I still say niche from the old days. Now it's niche. But I know. So when did it get French? Maybe
it's always been French and we didn't know it.
I don't know. So anyway, the niche, Shep from the Shep family, he has said the same thing. He said, I do these videos and they're all about my family. So one day it's like we're in the pumpkin patch, or one day it's like me doing this, or me with this and that, my friends in Disney. So it's all over the place. And I feel the same way too. I feel like I'm in search of myself doing this, and I don't have consistent times or days or subjects. I actually have one show that I've called Disney-ish, because who knows what the heck he's going to do next week. So, how many subscribers do you have now? Is it like 1.7?
I think I'm a couple away from 2,800.
Oh, really?
Not
Oh,
2,800,
28.
1,800. Sorry.
1,800. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was. Yep. I thought I saw that. Congratulations. That's terrific.
Thanks.
I can't wait till I get to 1,000, not for reasons other people think, but when you get to 1,000, you can actually live stream directly through YouTube. And if you see me streaming at the parks and you've got dropping out like I'm in Peter Pan and all of a sudden you don't see me for 5 minutes or whatever, it's because I'm using one of these third-party apps that all seem to really stink. And if I don't have to do that anymore, I'll be good.
Yeah.
So
I know what you're saying, because that's where I hit 1,000 on PTV's channel on their live stream one night.
Right. Yeah.
And they knew it before I did. They were like, Christy, you just hit 1,000. I was like, what? So, and it was right before I was going to Disney. I was like, finally, now I can stream in there.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it really is that's a big deal for me. All right. So I kind of asked you this already, but I guess we're moving towards the next screen. It's not just like how you've evolved from that first video at the resort to now, but how do you see this whole thing? And I guess it's really you and your life evolving. You going from a model to an extreme sports person, to being heavy, to not being heavy, to being and being a mom before that, and the YouTube channel. How have you and the channel evolved? And where do you think, if you and I talk next year, February of 2022, which I hope everybody's got a vaccination and we're past this and the Disney experience is different. But outside of that, how do you think your channel's going to be?
I mean, I would like to do more Disney, but in order to do more Disney, I need to be able to afford it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're kind of asking about what my goals are.
Yeah.
In general, is I want to at some point to be able to make enough to just feed my addiction.
Right.
To be able to go to the parks to where I don't, it's not so hard to save up to go. So in essence, I want to be able to make enough money from YouTube to pay for Disney trips so that I can put it back into YouTube. I want to be able to vlog in the park. I didn't do much vlogging the past 2 times I was down there, because when you don't live down there and you only go every now and then, you want to soak up all you can soak up without having the video camera on you. And that's the whole thing, is like, I took my video camera down there. I took a miniature ring light down there. I took my tripod, my mini tripod down there. I took my gimbal down there. I didn't live stream once because I was too consumed with being down there.
Yes.
And if I were to make enough to be able to go down there more often, I could live stream down there more often.
Yeah.
And that's really what I want to be able to do. So I can stream down there more often. So I can, open more subscription boxes. And the whole thing with the subscription boxes is, like, even if I were to get Disney ones, my thing with the Disney subscription boxes is I want things that are exclusive items for those companies, like exclusive merchandise rather than just stuff from the parks.
Right.
So I don't subscribe to those boxes because I don't want just stuff from the parks. If I want something from the parks, I'll have a friend pick it up for me and say, "Hey, I want that. I'll Venmo you." You know.
Right.
But I want to be able to get the subscription boxes and open them for people on online, because I love opening subscription boxes. Don't get me wrong, I love it because I like the surprise of stuff. If I know what's in it, it's not as exciting. But then I want to be able to give it back. Like if it's a subscription box that it's a Disney subscription box that I didn't say, like, I don't know, like a giveaway, like I'm doing right now. That's right. Like I'm doing a giveaway right now with my friend Sammy. And that giveaway is really to give back to the people and also to get more people to see Sammy. Sammy was 4 away from, and that's the only caveat right there, that I don't consider that a sub for sub. If you're doing a giveaway, you're doing a giveaway to drive traffic to your channel for them to check it out and see if they like it. And if they like it, then they subscribe. If they don't, they don't.
Right.
The giveaway there is like a way to get you to it in general.
Right. Get attention.
It's kind of like a marketing scheme, really.
Yeah.
But Sammy was 4 away from 800. And I was like, well, why don't we do a joint giveaway? And it may get you above 800. Granted, not all the people that come to your channel for a giveaway are going to stick around, but you got those people to at least check you out.
Right. Right.
And that's the whole point of a giveaway anyway, is to get people to check you out.
Right. I should do that, actually. Interesting.
Do a 600 subscriber giveaway. You'll be there probably tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah. Somebody get me there. All I got to do is go to Magic Kingdom and just do a live stream. It seems like everything else is like, oh my goodness.
And I used to do joint giveaways too.
Really?
Yeah. Like I did, I called it a loop giveaway. I started it and it was with Shep and Steve and Mouse Talk and PTV. There were like 20 channels. It initiated, I think it was the Halloween one, and Steve dressed up as a ballerina dancer in his video. And I was watching it from work because
he really likes makeup, doesn't he?
I just like busted out laughing so loud, and people were like, but yeah, I used to do joint giveaways with them all the time. I'd host them and there would be 20 of us. That's when Steve and Ryan and they were like, and Zip, they were all like in the low 200 subscribers at that point.
Interesting. I'm going to do that. But you're right. The experience of, not just for guests, for tourists, but for YouTubers, the experience of being a local here in Central Florida, versus being somewhere else is a totally other thing. And it's when I think I was watching the Dufali crew, and they were here. In order for them to vacation and for them to actually, they do a ton of videos, a ton of live streams, and a ton of vlogs. I think they had 2 cameras going at the same time, and they were here for 17 days. And it looked like such a massive Lewis and Clark undertaking. It looked like so much hard work that I thought, they're not having a vacation at all, are they? Whereas I literally, I can see, but see, I don't have children, and I I was in a good position to walk away from what I was doing because it had kind of come to an end, and I had just gotten a divorce. So I literally said, well, hey, this is the best time. And now I live 25 minutes away from Disney, and I can see the fireworks right over the trees in my backyard. And it's a whole other thing. You go and you do as much as you want. And if you don't want to stream anymore, well, then stop. Do a little vlog, then stop, and then go and enjoy the food and come home. So yeah, it is. If you want to do what the Dufali crew did, can you imagine that? A family for 17 days? What they must have spent, $20,000,
Not all like, so when I was there in October, I literally had my phone. Well, actually I had my camera in one hand and my phone in the other, because not only am I maintaining a YouTube channel, I'm also maintaining a professional Instagram channel.
Right.
So we got on Rise of the Resistance. I had my camera in this hand and my phone in this hand. I'm like looking like this, and my sister's just looking over and laughing at me. And I actually have a picture. Let me see if I can find it on my phone.
It's really hard to really be into it and not be covering it. It is.
I have a picture of my phone of us writing Frozen Ever After, and I've got my camera up, and she's literally looking at me like this in the picture from Frozen Ever After.
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? So yeah, I vlogged, but not a whole lot. I wonder if I can find that picture. I'm not going to waste time looking for it. But
it's okay. It's all right. Well, thank you so much for coming on. I just wanted to get a brief little snapshot of who Christy was and what the channel is like, and kind of like a marketing gimmick. Go check out, if you'd like to, consider going over to Christy's channel and checking it out. Actually, when you go there and you see some of this cool makeup and stuff that she does, and just how it's esoteric and eccentric very much, and I like it. I like that. You definitely have a pretty famous YouTuber basically told me a couple of years ago. He said, even though it doesn't seem like it, the way that he thinks that people get really big doing this is you have to have a point of view. If you don't have a point of view, then you're just like one other stick on the pile, he said, or you're just kind of like, you taste like oatmeal and you're just going through the motions, or like you said, you can buy your subscribers and, not really go anywhere. So she definitely has, in my opinion, a point of view, and definitely check it out.
We're doing Hades tomorrow night.
You're doing what tomorrow?
Hades, the character.
Oh, really?
Hades. Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh my gosh. I got to check that out.
We've got it planned for 3 weeks now, because I put a poll on my community tab and on my Instagram stories every week for people to vote.
Right.
Well, unfortunately, Instagram was heavily Hades, and my YouTube channel was heavily pirates. So I was like, we'll do Hades this week, pirates next week, or not pirates next week, Valentine next week. So we're doing Cupid next week. And the week after that, we're doing pirates. So we have 3 weeks planned out, where normally it's week by week.
Cool. Well, I might as well ask you, so what's coming up in the next week? What's on the schedule?
Well, I'm super glad that today's giveaway video, my question I asked at the end of the video is to tell me what you like most about my channel.
Oh.
And the feedback I have gotten has been so enlightening. I was super, super surprised that a lot of people like my DIYs, and I had cut back on DIYs lately. So luckily I have two in the works right now, and that was prior to all the comments about they love my DIYs. So I think I may start to do some more DIYs, just because I love to do them too. It's just I haven't done them lately. So I will have that. I've got some swaps coming up, Year of the Ear, which the Siskatiers host every month. And I have a collab that I created for March that's called Home Decor DIY and Swap. So the first half of the video is you're showing how to do what you made, the 2 to 3 DIYs. And the second half of the video is you're opening the DIYs that were sent to you from somebody else.
Oh, cool.
So there's that. And then, of course, every Thursday night, I have Magical Makeup with Christy. And actually, Cinderella Loves Disney came up with that name for me. And we're doing Hades. And then my next host night for Spilling a Disney Tea, which is every Friday night at 8 Eastern, is the 19th. 19th is my next host night. This week is Kat's channel, and next week is Allie's channel.
Cool. Very good. Very good. Well, is there anything you'd like to tell? I'm lagging so bad. Okay, I'm back. See, I'm like a Japanese monster movie. Is there anything you want to tell the folks before we kind of sign off?
If you like Disney, Harry Potter, keto, DIYs, recipes, 5Ks, fashion, makeup, then I'm your channel. If not, then I'm not.
I couldn't have said it better myself. And what she just said, that applies to me too. I think that's exactly the same. What she said, that's what I'm saying. Anyhow, thank you so much, Christy, for coming on. I really enjoyed this. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. Bob hasn't lagged in a while. Yeah, because I got a new gaming computer for Christmas. I tried keto, couldn't hack it. All right. Oh, and now Katrina's making fun of me. Okay, everybody. Good night. Thank you, Katrina. I love you too. Take care, everybody. We will see you real soon. Take care.
Bye.